Right. Yo, all right. So what's up? What's up? Look like we live. All right. What's going on, everybody? Like I said, I'm testing. This is like part three, I guess test number three. Um, so a little bit better with the lighting, a little bit in my opinion. Um, Give me 1 second. So we're still gonna be reading the Art of War. I'm still gonna be doing that. I'm just checking a couple things. I did do a few things that are different. And it's StreamYard. I think I said stream something else uh, yesterday. But StreamYard is what I'm using on Prezi for the presentation. But there is something that I just did right now just to show you. It's this I think it's called El Gato, but it's an app. So you could like click a couple buttons instead of having one of those, like buying one of those physical boxes. You can run it on your phone. I'm testing that too. Like I'm just trying to test things to make things more streamlined. And then what I did is I put it more in a presentation. So I went to the book. I wrote because this the Sun Tzu quotes. I wrote the Sun Tzu quotes to see if this will be easier reading, to make the reading go a little better. So like I said, just as all experience, I'm testing, but we're gonna be reading the Art of War, and we're gonna continue where we left off. Going back to this, I'm gonna have to keep showing this for all the people who don't know and you're just coming in. Art of War, Sun Tzu, by Thomas Cleary, and this is Shambhala Dragon Edition books. So we're gonna get right to it, pretty much, and just want to give you that heads up. Gotta remember to look at the mic, look at the camera a little more. But again, I'm reading. So where we left off, I actually started. It was on page 51. So I read it, but I stopped because it was tired. I was tired, man. Right now it's 6 a.m. And just so you know, I've been up the whole night. Like, so I'm like tired as hell. But we still gonna push through this. So it's probably, hopefully, man, like 20, 30 minutes of reading. But let's get it in. All right. So first of all, you know what? In fact, definitely want to make a comment, because let me just make sure I say everything right. I just want to give a shout out to my man. Let me pause that. Sorry about that. Because I want to get his name right, his or her name right. Triple Black, yo, Triple Black, yo, shout out Triple Black, yo, much respect. Yo, he or she was watching they watched the video. So when I was posting this video, I didn't do anything, so I didn't think anybody would see it, really, But that was cool. So Triple Black checked it out, and I know he checked it out because he mentioned the chocolate vanilla in the chat, man. But I really appreciate that. Just wanted to give you a shout out. I appreciate you. Yo, thanks. Like, that's so cool. All right. Yeah, that's it, man. So check out Triple Black. That dude is official right now. So that's the gist there. Definitely wanted to give you that shout out for commenting. I liked your comment, and that was cool, man. The comment actually, it was a good comment because it helped me step it up a little bit. So like I said, I added more to it, and like I said, I just got to it right now. I wanted to do it earlier, but it's better now than never, right? So so we're gonna pick up where we left off at, and we're gonna start right now. So guys, girls, get ready. You got any drinks, anything, get them ready, because we're gonna be reading some heavy stuff right here. All right, so we left off page 51. Is Master Sun Tzu, is when they are fulfilled, be prepared against them. When they are strong, avoid them. Dude, this is heavy, man, because like they all heavy to me, man. So most of them are heavy. But when they're fulfilled, be prepared against them. And when they are strong, avoid them. Because like if everybody's fulfilled and they're doing, like, if you're fulfilled and you're happy, people, you're gonna fight harder, right? To maintain that. And when you're strong, you definitely want to avoid a strong army if you can. Like most of the time, that's when it goes into the deception, is you want to have the tactical advantage at any given time, anytime you're getting into conflict, regardless of what it is. So like when he says retreating, And people look down on that, but hey, man, it's a time to retreat. Um, that's a strategic uh, play. Obviously, you can retreat as a coward, but I'm just saying, specifically, retreating using knowledge and understanding of the terrain, the layout, the those 5 principles that was mentioned earlier. So using that, there's a tactical time to retreat. So, and it's better to avoid conflict than to engage in conflict, right? So, and this reading this book got me talking like that. That's so cool. That's actually cool, man. I'm talking like that right now. I guess this light right here is in the glasses. Let me try if I hit it this way a little bit. See if that make it look a little better. Nah, it ain't gonna be a little better. Let me see. Try to keep the light where you don't see the light in my. Yeah, I guess there's nothing I can do about it. Maybe put it over here. And this is part I'm testing. So this is when I'm saying I'm testing. This is what you guys are experiencing. So I guess if I come right here, though, that might be better. Yay, nay. And now this is like strong on my face. Like I can see the let me turn this thing down. We get lazy, man. We use remotes. Light's right there. And I I'm using the remote to turn it down. That's crazy. All right, so let me see. That's weird because turning it down, does that make it? I don't know. That's weird. All right, that's good. So I'll turn it down a little bit. And that's the part with the lighting. You got to get the lighting adjusted. And then also posture. Checking out my posture, make sure I'm sitting up. All right, but yeah, so that's why I said like this. That's pretty good. Be prepared, man, if they're fulfilled. But if they're strong, avoid them. Right. So it's not necessary to engage in a battle that, based on your assessment, that the probability of winning is less when you can change your tactics and come in. The goal is to win. The goal of going to battle is the goal to be victorious. And it was did I read that one before? I was reading something. I think that's coming up because what I started doing. Oh, did I put it in here? All right, let me see. Oh, here we go. So what I did. Okay, so part of what I'm doing, I got this. I'm gonna use this. And let's see how this works. So I go forward. Boom. Is it working? Oh no, I gotta go into here. All right, let's see how this works. All right, so I go forward. Boom. All right, cool. So, all right. So what I did is I put the page number, and you can only fit, I think it's 200 characters. So I put as much as you could put in a line. So if you see like 3 dots, that means there's more to it than that. But this is what I did it. So this way, you can follow with me. All right. So we're at page 51. That was the one, and that's my assessment on it. I think sometimes it's better to not go in a battle when the odds are stacked against you. That's my take on that. So now let's see let's see what Dumu got to say about it. Every time, Dumu, do you. My phone is going crazy. So actually, let me turn it down. Sorry about that. Actually, just put it on. Vibrate. So with that, I gotta make sure I get all this stuff squared away. In fact, man, I should be taking notes too, man. Let me take notes on this one because I gotta make sure that all devices. What is that? Ink dripping? Oh, that's actually ink leaking. When you buy like a new pen, they put a little cap on it so you can't. I guess to keep the ink. So I guess it was leaking. I gotta check in it. But it looked like a cap, so I thought it was a cap, but it's actually the pen leaking. So hopefully it writes. All right, so yeah, man. And I know this is obvious, but sometimes if you got a lot going on, you don't think about it. So I'm saying making sure all devices are silenced. All right, cool. And so Dumu says if the enemy's government is fulfilled, meaning that there is mutual love between the rulers and the ruled, There is clarity and trustworthiness in the system of rewards and punishment, and the soldiers are well trained, then you should be on guard against them. Do not wait for a clash to make your preparations. When the enemy's military is strong, you should avoid them for the time being, waiting until they slack off, watching for an opening to attack. That's what Dumu's saying. So Chen Mao says if the enemy does not stir, is complete and fulfilled, then you should prepare carefully. Fulfill yourself too, so as to be ready for them. Oh yeah, I ain't even think of that one. Yeah. If you only see fulfillment in the enemy and do not see any gap, then you should build up your power to be prepared. That was Hung Yangzi. So this is Zhang Yu. It says a classic says, struggling with them, you find out where they have plenty and where they are lacking. Having plenty is what is meant by being fulfilled. Lacking is what is meant by having gaps. Once the military power of the adversary is full, you should treat them as if full and not attack lightly. As a military guy says, when you see a gap, then you advance. When you see fullness, then you stop. That's Yang Zhu. Jialin says, for the weak to control the strong, it is logically necessary to await a change. Do you, it's my man. Do you, my man. Hey, yo, do you. When their storehouses are full and their soldiers are up in top form, then you should withdraw in order to watch for an opening when they relax, observing any changes and responding to them. Man, and like I said, this we go back into the whole life thing that Triple Black even mentioned. It's a part of life, like right. So like family and everything, like there's ebbs and flows in every situation. If there's turmoil inside the family, that could be a weakness for somebody to come in or something like that. Now, I'm not saying like as an individual, but something to come in to and like all of this stuff. There's stuff that to to deceive, to do all of this stuff in order for you to is because you're basically somebody's trying to conquer you as an individual. So it's pretty interesting, man, that like I always tell people, man, people be watching. Like we walking and people watch what you do, right? And then you don't know what the intentions are, and just in general. So like sometimes we don't see what the intentions are, but people be watching. So that goes for all kinds of stuff, man. You gotta just be careful because people be watching. And again, I'm talking on this mic right here. So theoretically, I don't need the headset. I don't know why I got the headset now that I'm thinking about it. Let me see, man. Let me take that. Oh, I don't even know if you know what? I don't even know if you can hear me. See, this is all part of the testing. I need to test that in the beginning, man. So we'll make that too. All right, so let me see. We'll go to this. Let me see if I can go to the stream and see if it's actually like I'm saying all this and it can't be heard. It'll be funny as hell. So let me see. Let's go here. All right, we got a live right here. All right, so you might hear an echo. It'll be funny as hell. So let me see. Let's go here. Okay, yeah. So I hear myself. I'm gonna take these. Right I'm gonna take these off. So you might hear an echo. It'll be funny as hell. All right. Boom. I guess I could do that and then just mute it. Okay, yeah, so I hear myself. I'm gonna take these off. So you might hear me. All right, how do I do this? Let me see. All right, cool. So yeah, so that's cool, man. I hear myself. Is this thing still going? All right, cool. So that's the thing. So now I'm talking. I guess I don't need the headset. So I guess I don't know because the headset you could, for me, like you could kind of hear yourself in the headset, but right now I don't know if I could be heard. Like so I don't know. So I don't have no idea, no way to gauge if I'm being heard properly. Let me see if I should angle this way, away from the. There you go, away from the light. I got to readjust the light again, but this is cool, man. So where am I, man? I lost where I was at, man. I think I finished it with "Do You." Yeah. So, yo, it works on everything, man. Like these tactics. In fact, man, I was reading some of the intro because what I did is when I started on page 41, which was the first chapter. I didn't do the intro, but I started looking at some of the intro of this book. The intro is really good. In fact, I'm gonna because that's finished. Dumu was the last one. That last comment. When their warehouses are full and their soldiers are in top form, then you should withdraw in order to watch for an opening when they relax, observing any changes and responding to them. That was the last one by Do You. But just to jump in, I'm gonna jump back. There's a couple things in the introduction. Probably gonna like at the end go back to the beginning and then do one with the introduction, man. Because as I was looking through, there's a lot of good stuff in the introduction itself. Um, yeah, man. Let me see if there's one in particular. Yeah, this is man, this is crazy. This is pretty good. So one deep knowledge is to be aware of disturbance before disturbance, to be aware of danger before danger, to be aware of destruction before destruction. Strong action is training the body without being burdened by the body, exercising the mind without being used by the mind, working in the world without being affected by the world, carrying out tasks without being obstructed by tasks. Bro, that's crazy. And I like that one. Be in society without being in society. Um, that's very, or like being working without being working. Because I know in with like with the when you're at work and stuff when you're doing something that you have to do as opposed to what you choose to do, regardless, what happens is most people at work, you have your adaptive self, right? Like this is who I am, but because I'm at work, I'm in a different environment, so I'm adapting to that environment. So that's your adaptive self. So that reminds of like working in the world without being affected by the world, which is something similar. But that's why I said this book is good, man. It's a lot of like a lot of one liners, man. There was one about the doctors, but I'm gonna go back over that. Like, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double back. I just wanted to give a gist of that I skipped over the intro. In fact, when I first did it, the first the first video was like me testing. Then I just was like, I picked this book up randomly to go to just read some of it to see what it's like when I'm reading it. So that was a test. So the first, I might even redo the first part um, to go up to a certain point where we meet up and then just actually do it as a video actually. So something that turns out to a test, maybe an actual video. But just let me know what you think. Like, so anybody watching, let me know if you think that is something that would be a good idea to take this and kind of like edit it into like a video of Art of War. Just reading the Art of War, just a different take, different reading. But anyway, so now the next one is like Master Son. It says use anger to throw them into disarray. Now, man, we know anger. Anger is no joke, man. Anger is like a beast. Yeah, if you get somebody mad, angry, there's no telling what you could get them to do. Because I know we all see crazy stuff people do when they get upset, man. So, oh wait, I forgot. I'm not following the thing. Hold on a second. Oh, I could just use this, right? Let me see. Boom. Oh, and check this out. Let me see. I think is boom. I could get me out of the picture. Bam. Use anger to throw them into disarray. And so my take on it, man, is just in general. If you can bring somebody to anger, it's even like at home pressing. People be pressing buttons, right? If somebody know how to push your buttons, they know that you'll say things or do things that you didn't contemplate, right? When you said it because out of anger, and then yeah, like I said, anger is no joke, man. It's dangerous. Yeah, controlling anger is another thing that is important. I used to have a short temper, man, back in the day when I was young, and it's not cool, man. It's not cool. I'm telling you, it's not cool, man. But I guess if you're going into conflict and you get anger at people, and that goes back to deception. So like because you're basically putting people, you're trying to anger people to create that disarray in order to be effective for you to go in. Again, man, like I said, people do this to people, not just wars, man. Man, people do it to people. Like people lie, create anger between people. Happened to me and probably happened to you. Some people don't even. Sometimes it happens to you. You don't even know it happened to you. You just see something happen, but you don't realize that there may have been a third party or a fourth party that came in and created the disarray, doing these exact tactics on you, and you don't even realize it, right? So, the war, the art of war, but it could also be like the the art of dealing with people around you. Yeah, man, it could be the art of dealing with cats around you, man. Because, like I'm telling you, this stuff happens to individuals. Almost everything I'm reading, I can see these tactics or whatever have been deployed or being deployed, or you've seen them being deployed on people. So, all right, so cow, that's big nauterisms. So, but cow is saying wait for them to become decadent and lazy. Lee Kwan, I guess that's what he's saying. But Lee Kwan, when the military leadership is often angered, its strategy is easily thrown into confusion, for it is nature in for its nature is unstable. Yeah, man, that's what I said, bro. You do crazy stuff when you angry. Then I played a game, so I play Call of Duty, right? And man, one of the things that this is like it's almost like clockwork, man. You playing and you like you pop somebody good, they get pissed, man. And you know what they do? They come back. Or if you shoot, if you're firing at somebody and they you hit them a couple times, they run. They gotta for some reason they always gotta come back. So all you do is you just sit there and be like, I know you coming back because you're mad that I shot you. Instead of saying, hey man, this isn't a good idea, they come back and you light them up. So man, anger is no joke, bro. Even in the games, man. So that's the gist. So now Dumu, he says when their military leadership is obstreperous, don't even know what that word means. Um, I was looking them up earlier, but I'm gonna forgo that. But when a leadership is obstreperous, you should irritate them to make them angry. Then they will become impetuous and ignore their original strategy. Come on, man. Come on, Dumu. Why you do this, man? I gotta look these up. Sorry, guys. I gotta look this up, man. Because now you hit me with like a double word. Come on, one word I can let it slide. I just don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it means. So I'm gonna do a quick search. If anybody's in the chat and you know what it means, you can make it quicker because that would help out. But oh, what's up? I'm too loud. Oh, I think I'm getting a message and telling me to be quiet. Oh, okay. Yep, just got the message to be quiet. Oh, my door. Okay, give me 1 second, man. I'll be right back. Yeah, y'all gonna check out the pajama bottoms. Yeah. Oh, no, you can't see it. I don't think you can. Yeah. So, ooh. All right. So, all right. So that's the gist. I had the door open, man. My voice carries like it carries. Not like I don't live in a mansion, but my voice carries, man. So, all right, let me get back to this, man. Let's look this up, because I don't know what the words mean, and it's just let's go define. There we go. Make it quick. What's that? What's that? Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but yeah, the one word was obstreperous. Like I heard the word before. I ain't even gonna act like I know what it is, man. Obstreperous. Here we go. Let's look it up, man. I'm on. All right. Noisy and difficult to control. All right. Disorderly, rowdy. See, I didn't catch on to that. Obstreperous. So when their military leadership is obstreperous, they're unmanageable, uncontrollable, disobedient, disruptive, then you should irritate them to make them angry. Then they will become impetuous. All right, so now we gotta look up impetuous. I'm glad I looked this up though, man, because honestly, I ain't know none of this. Acting or done quickly without thought or care. Okay, so impetuous is impulsive, rash, hasty, reckless, heedless. All right, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yo, it's crazy, man. I'm supposed to do a half marathon today. Um, that's my daughter. What's up, Bree Bree? Sorry about that, Bree Bree. Hey, Bree, hold on a second. All right. Hey, Brianna, go back to sleep. Yeah, I was loud. She's up, man. Hold on a second. I'm supposed to be running a half marathon, so that everybody's they're leaving, but I can't make it. I'm just letting them know. This is I'm in the New York City Roadrunners, man. So we're doing a marathon. I think it's Central Park, either Brooklyn or Central Park. And I'm just telling them can't make it. Good luck, man. Sorry about that. I just gotta let them know. Damn, it's 21 degrees. God damn, boy. Yo, it's 21 degrees outside. Yo, and oh my God. They're about to run a half marathon. Oh yeah. That's on fire right there. Yeah, I would like to join them, man, but I can't make it, man. So all right, so sorry about that. But yeah, moving. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So impetuous. Let's get back on track. Impetuous is impulsive, rash, and hasty. So they will become impetuous and ignore their original strategy, throw them off track. So my Yochin, if they are quick tempered and stir them up to excite them so that they go into battle carelessly. That's crazy. Zhang Yu. If they are violent and easily angered, then use embarrassment to enrage them so that their morale is upset. Then they will proceed carelessly without formulating a plan. Golly, man. Oh shoot, you know what? I'm forgetting this part right here, man. Here we go. Oh wait, I got it in here. All right, give me 1 second, man. So now I gotta make sure I get this. I gotta get my stuff together, man. All right, here we go. So let's go to the next one, and that's use anger to throw them into disarray, and then is it working? Oh, right, and then I guess I was good. All right. Yeah, use anger to throw them in array. And then use anger to throw them in disarray. Let's go to forward. Boom. All right, there we go. So, but we just talked about that. And that's the one on use embarrassment. All right, cool, man. It's official, man. So I'll let them know I can't make it. And but I haven't been running though. That's the next thing too, man. So I would have finished it, but it would have been a very, especially at 21 degrees too, man. Whew, that would have been painful. I would have finished it, but it would have told on me because I haven't been training at all. So, and I'm in the New York City Marathon this year too, man. So that's in November. So I got to get my game up. So let's get back to this, man. Hold on one second. All right, so the next one is use humility to make them haughty. So Lee Kwan says if they ply you with expensive gifts and sweet talk, they're up to something. Come on, fellas. Ladies do it too, man. But come on. That's what we roll on, man. They trying to hit you up to make them horny. That means you up to something, man, y'all. You have to do good when you start getting showered with gifts and stuff, man. And people tell you all this good stuff, man. They setting you up. You getting set up for something. You know what I'm saying? There's an ulterior motive right there. So that's the gist there. I like that Lee Kwan one right there. When they are stirred up and about to make their move, then you should pretend to be cowed so as to raise their spirits. Wait for them to slack off, then regroup and attack. So Mayo-chin says, give the appearance of inferiority and weakness to make them proud. No, and it's funny because in boxing, right? Yo, like these guys, they be hurt. Like you get hit with a solid shot. Yo, you can't let them know you hurt, man, because then now it's the same tactics they would use it. They'd be like, oh shoot, man, this dude's his rib is hurt. I'm gonna keep punching him in that rib, cause more damage. So you act like it don't hurt, and that you good. Like, oh, that wasn't nothing, but that junk hurt, but you can't let them know it hurt, because if you let them know it hurt, they're gonna hit you up, man. So that's cool, man. You ain't gonna throw them in this. Oh, yeah, hardiness. So Mayo-chin, yeah, give the appearance of inferiority and weakness to make them proud. That's too cool, man. And then now this is a good one. So then Wang Zi says appear to be lowly and weak so as to make them arrogant. Then they will not worry about you, and you can attack them as they relax. That shit is deep, man. Let's go to the next one. Bam. And this one is tire them by flight. That's all. Because this is still on the same page. Tire them by flight. So use swiftness and wear them out. Okay. I guess like when I'm gonna go back to boxing, right? Floyd Mayweather, like he running around the ring, but they think he's running. He ain't running. He's out. He's boxing. He's boxing. He's like, he's running. You're not supposed to just stand there and start swinging and slugging on people. Your career would be over quick as hell. So I guess that's pretty much where they're going to say movement. Yeah, that especially if your stamina is up, the movement will weaken the opponent. Yeah, so and if the opponent has to chase you, you lose energy in regards to that as well. Wang Zi. This means making a lot of surprise attacks. When they come out, you go home. When they go home, you go out. When they go to the aid of their left flank, you head to the right. When they go to the aid of the right flank, you go to the left. This way, you can tire them out. Yeah, so then Zhang Yu says this way your street your strength will remain intact while they will be worn out. And then we'll just do two more, and then I'm gonna close it up on page 55. Hey, hold on a second. I'm in the middle of something. All right, so the other one is cause division among them, and that's Master Sun. So Cao says send interlopers to cause rifts among them. Now we know this is like when you hear the stories of informants coming in, creating disillusion. I mean, all that stuff. They like literally send people to cause problems. So, break up their accords, cause division between the leadership and their ministers, and then attack. So that's Li Quan. And then Du Mu says this means that if there are good relations between the enemy leadership and its followers, then you should use bribes to cause division. So this is the tactics right here. Chen Ho, if they are stingy, you be generous. If they are harsh, you be lenient. That way, their leadership followers will be suspicious of each other, and you can cause division between them. Now, do you? It's my man right there. Do you, my man? Seduce them with the prospect of gain. Send interlopers among them. Have what is it? Rhetoricians. Rhetoricians. I know it means rhetoric, but it's just I never heard of rhetoricians. Sounds weird when I'm saying it. Have rhetoricians use fast talk to ingratiate them, to ingratiate themselves with their leaders and followers, and divide up their organization and power. Zhang Yu, you may cause rifts between the leadership and their followers, or between them and their allies, cause division, and take aim at them. All right, I'm gonna finish with this last one here. Did I do that? Oh, so I skipped this one. Hold on a second. So this one on page 54 was cause division. That's the one that amongst them. And then the next one is attack when they are unprepared. Make your move when they do not expect it. Okay, now that's straightforward, right? Is the element of surprise is always a great thing. Yeah, like when somebody you go, oh, that little second, somebody going, that's it, man. That's the difference between life and death, or getting attacked or whatever. The element of surprise, man. So that makes a major difference in one of my things is if you think somebody's gonna throw a punch, you better throw that jump first, because pretty much, man, whoever throws the first punch, trying to block or evade something is very difficult. It's easier to just throw the punch, throw the punch first. If you think the person's gonna throw the punch, man, and you got a strong, your instincts is telling you to do it, man, just set it off, man. Just start it, because whoever throws the first punch, it normally is the person that's being just the reaction time, because you're gonna be like, what? That little what is all it takes, man. And then now you're in defensive mode right off the top, right? So unless you like on some super level where you could turn it into an offensive thing before you attack, but by the time your reaction happens, it's pretty much not a good thing, man. So the thing of when somebody's slacking, attack, man, and then that's what they try to do, get you, talk to you, whatever. And then you put your guard down a little bit, thinking not gonna happen. They throw that little sucker punch, and sucker punches sucks, bro. So it's crazy. So anyway, so gaps, attack when they are lax. Don't let the enemy figure out how to prepare. This is why it is said that in military operations, formlessness is the most effective. That's heavy right there. Formlessness is the most effective. This is Ming Shi saying, by the way. One of the great warrior leaders said, the most efficient movements is the one that is unexpected. The best of plans is the one that is unknown. And that goes back with the element of surprise, man. So Meng Shi, yo, man, I'm with that on that. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop here because I'm gonna address because I got some things I gotta take care of. Like I said, man, it's 6:30. I didn't even go to sleep. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how I'm not tired. I'm tired, but I don't understand how I guess I'm excited doing this. I don't know what it is, but right now I should be like yawning and or I don't maybe I am yawning. I just don't know it. But we'll pick this up later tomorrow, today. What? Sorry, today. Probably jump back on this later today. So let's just use this as like a as a nugget and break them into small doses. But we'll get through this whole book. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not gonna close out because we're having this is the last. This is the last thing for chapter 2. So we're gonna finish this out to get to chapter 2. So the next one, let's do this one. Boom. So the next one is the formation and procedure used by the military should not be divulged beforehand. Now, this is my take on this is hell yeah. Like it's the craziest thing to go, hey man, guys, we're gonna do a sneak attack on your position, and you're telegraphing and you're telling them, and I don't believe that like with the how they did the Iraq war and all that stuff where they were going and it was on the news that go yeah man there's going to be a sneak attack tonight and I'm like who does that? Like everybody got TV. What kind of sneak attack do you put? That's like going into like Facebook and then like say, hey man, we're gonna do a sneak attack on these people. It's like, come on, man. That doesn't even why would you do that? And they did it in the news, but I think it was fake. Like they were just telling, that's for us. Because there's no way that they would have did that. Or maybe that was a tactic that they would use. It had to be some type of strategic tactic. But when I was watching, I'd be like, yo, man, are you serious? And I remember, what if it was a reporter? He was writing down like locations, an embedded reporter. That's the next thing that's crazy. Embedded reporters, right? So, like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't get it. You bring in a reporter into a military conflict so he could record the news. Nah, man, I don't buy that, man. I think that's all this right here, man. All of that stuff is the art of war, bro. That's why I said this book is deep, man. They're using those tactics. It's no way. That's what I'm saying. So I don't really think that needs to be said in that sense. But for the fact that he's talking about it back then, I'm assuming that he has experience on there. Don't be telling people what you're going to do before you do it. So if you're going to do something that's going to gain a tactical advantage, it's better to not let anybody know. You ever think about this? Let's take it to the job level. Do they ever tell you they're going to fire you or they're going to lay you off? You don't know you getting laid off to the last minute. It happened to because I was managing, and I found out that I had to lay somebody off. And that day, like I had to literally lay them off. And we forgot to tell you. And they were like, well, okay, well, I need you to go. When you go to lunch, and tell them that it's going to be their last day. And I'm like, yo, are you serious? And they were like, yeah. And the funny thing is they chose who the person was. And I'm like, dude, you guys are getting rid of one of our best guys because they don't. It was crazy. So then you keeping the person as my team was all great, but it's just there's levels to it, right? So, if you had to do a pecking order, you picked the person without telling me. You picked the person that was the actual main loyal. You picked the like you disobeyed all of the rules in this book, man. And but that was crazy, man. But that's what that says, right? You don't divulge anything, man. And then like me I'm an infrastructure engineer too, so you know me that people they get let go, and I gotta like shut all their stuff down, the accounts and the back end stuff, security, like disable everything in preparation. So I gotta know before, have everything ready. They give you the time. They say, this time is we're gonna do X, Y, Y, Z. So when they go to, so when you walk into the HR, yo man, I'm hitting the order, I'm running scripts, I'm running everything that just shuts all your stuff down. By the time you come back to your desk, you out of everything. And it's terrible, man. But it's like, and I know everybody, and I have to be there, like, and I can't let them know, So this is the thing, So they'll be talking to me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I got you, man. It's like that's terrible, man. Me, I'm like, I don't know, but that's the gist right there. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So Cacao says to divulge means to leak out. The military has no constant form, just as water has no constant shape. Adapt as you face the enemy without letting them know beforehand what you are going to do. Therefore, assessment of the enemy is in the mind. Observation of the situation is in the eyes. So Lee Kwan says, attack when they are unprepared and not expecting it, and you will surely win. Uh-oh. All right, everything still there? All right, cool. And you will surely win. This is the essence of martial arts, to be kept secret and not divulged. So Dumu. To divulge something means to speak of it. This means that all of the aforementioned strategies for securing military victory can certainly not be made uniform. First, see the enemy's formation, and only then apply them. You cannot say what you will do before the event. That's pretty good too. So Mayochin says, since you adapt and adjust appropriately in the face of the enemy, how could you say what you are going to be doing beforehand? Yeah, so if you're formless, you can't tell somebody what's gonna happen. And to finalize it, we got this one like right now, this got the truncated, but the one who figures on victory at headquarters before even doing battle is the one who has the most strategic factors on his side. The one who figures on inability to prevail at headquarters before doing battle is the one who has the least strategic factors on his side. The one with many strategic factors in his favor wins. The one with few strategic factors in his favor loses. How much more so for one with no strategic factors in his favor? Observing the matter in this way, I can see who will win and who will lose. It's pretty heavy right there, right? Yep. So the one who knows. So this is the big nauterisms. My take on it is basically if you plan it and you plan it in advance and you run all of the assessments, you will know what strengths you have and what going into battle, what are the probabilities, and then if you're things that you looking on, because you got to look on both sides, and then you look at the factors on their side to see what is the factors for them that gives them the advantage, and then you make a decision. And then that's why I said, but if you don't do any of that, then you're running in there blind. You don't know what's going to happen. But at least if I can assess what my strengths are and then also assess the enemy's strengths before even going into battle, we're doing that like we're not even on the field or anything. I didn't even leave the house. We just went ahead and ran all of the numbers, so to speak. We ran all of the numbers and ran all of the gathered all the information and processed it, and it said, listen, this is their advantage, this is our advantage. Then you would know, once you know what they can do and what you can do, for the most part, you kind of know that, hey, this is going to happen. And I like boxing, right? So some fighters, right, in a fight anything can happen, right? So anybody can win a fight. You know what I'm saying? Even if the person's favorite, like just today, well, not to, yeah, no, Saturday, Gary Russell lost, right? He was the longest, I think the longest reigning champion. I don't know in history, but he's the longest reigning champion of this time that I know of. And he lost today. So, you know what I'm saying? So there's no guarantee that you're going to win. Even if you'd be the nicest cat in the planet and you could still lose, right? And lose because you don't know what's going to happen. You could lose inadvertently because things just don't work that way, right? There's no absolutes. So that's the gist, man. But what happens is when you're watching a boxing match, you look at the both. You use this exact strategy when you're looking at sports, right? So you know one team's strengths, you know what they could do. Oh, they got this quarterback, you know this team is strategically advanced. You know they have advantages. They're faster. They're better defense and blah blah. Then they compare. So when you see the two teams, you run these analysis. So it's basically you do the same war tactics when you're looking at a team, but we just don't associate it with. We don't think that. Well, it's war actually. Sports is a war. Sports is actually a battle. So yeah, the art of war applies to the sports because even with deception and all that other stuff, all of this stuff, yeah, it's exactly the same thing. So sports, art of war, and the art of sports, right? It's the same thing because sports is actually a war between two different groups, basically. So yeah, that applies directly. Yeah, now I'm saying it. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Um, so now that's how you could tell. So that's when you know, for the most part, you say, you know what, there's no way that the Jets, the New Jersey, not we'll say Jets, but the Jets are going to beat the Cowboys, right? You'd be like, yeah, the odds of that is not likely. And I'm saying I don't know right now, but I'm just saying in general, the Jets versus the Cowboys, you'd be like, going into the game, you might say, I can already tell who's going to win. That's when people place their bets, so to speak. But Zhang Yu, his response is, when your strategy is deep and far-reaching, then what you gain by your calculations is much. So you can win before you even fight. When your strategic thinking is shallow and nearsighted, then what you gain by your calculations is little. So you lose before you even do battle. Much strategy prevails over little strategy. So those with no strategy cannot but be defeated. Therefore, it is said that victorious warriors win first, then they go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first, then they seek to win. Now that last line right there, that's one of those heavy joints, man. I gotta read that again. He goes, much strategy prevails over little strategy. Let me make sure I got that right. Then it says, so those with no strategy cannot but be defeated. You got no strategy. It's like it's almost a recipe for defeat. And therefore, it is said that victorious warriors, they win before they even go into the battle. While the defeated warriors, they go into war first, and then they seek to win. Oh my God, boy, that's a good way to end it. So that closes out chapter 1. But yeah, I like that. I like the way they ended that because that's heavy right there. Well said, man. So what we do next time, we're going to continue. We'll be doing chapter 2. Chapter 2 is going to be actually doing battle. You know what's funny for those who just got in? Like that's even though it's the end. But we just went through chapter 1, and chapter 1 was basically talking about the assessments. That's why a lot of the stuff was chapter 1 was strategic assessments. That's why a lot of the stuff is talking about assessments, observations, and stuff like that. Now we're going to be talking about doing battle. So now the quotes are going to be based on actually doing battle. Let's look how that look like. That's how the book is broken down. Yeah. So the book is broken down with these chapters and all of these quotes. They run on the main theme. So the next one will be doing battle. So tomorrow, I keep saying tomorrow, but the next one I do, it'll be doing battle. So I did learn a couple more things, especially from this book. But I also learned a couple more words too. Get my vocabulary up. Get your vocabulary up. If you didn't hear them, because I never heard, like, you know what I'm saying? I heard them, but like I said, I didn't know exactly what they mean. Sometimes, like, you hear a word, you kind of know what it means, but you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know for a fact that that's what might be using it in the wrong context and everything, because I don't know the actual official definition of it. It's just what I think, and I think I know it. That's why I had to go back, because I was like, let me just do these, man. So I'm gonna be looking up words, man. So it is what it is. Because I just rather, when I'm reading something like that, when you hit me with one word I don't know, man, and I can make it up in little context clues, I'm cool. But that was a double. They did that on purpose, man. So that was part of the art of war. To throw the deception and then confuse my brain, create anger, distractions, and then with vocabulary to throw your mind off. And then so I had to go ahead and look it up. So I was doing a strategic assessment of understanding what the words are, so I can better understand the situation or what that paragraph was really talking about. All right, but that's it. Just gonna end it right there. Listen, man, I appreciate you. Uh, the test went good. I got some notes to add to my pile of notes. And just hopefully, man, things will keep getting better. But I did, like I said, I made some adjustments. Put this on the screen. Put the words on the screen with the presentation a little more geared towards this. So we'll see what happens next, man. So I'm gonna take that on, process it, and try to get better. But listen, man, send me some. If you got anything to say, it doesn't matter. It's good or bad. It's all right. Say what you say. You whatever you do, you do. You say, you say. But I appreciate it. And that's it. All right, one love. I'll check you guys out and see you then. All right, take it easy. That's the next thing I gotta figure out how to get out of this. Let me see if is it the end board. Let me see. How do I do that? Not. All right, here we go. All right, see, when I get better, I'll be able to close out a video easily. But I do think it's coming along pretty good, man. But all right, this time is official. I'm out. Later.